All right. I have finally beaten FRU. um, this is the first ultimate that I've done on patch. It was a goal of mine going into it because, at first I wanted to do an ultimate and I did Uwu. And then I wanted to keep going, so I did UCOB. And then I really wanted to do DSR. So I did DSR, but by the time I did DSR, I think it was already patch what was it? The .3 or .4 patch of Endwalker. So even though it was the current expansion, DSR was still kind of old news by the time that I progged it and I did it. So I had this little goal in mind that I really wanted to do an on-patch ultimate, and I wanted to do it in Party Finder. So FRU was my time to do it. So what are my thoughts? I have a lot of feelings about FRU. So first off, my own experience. This was the hardest thing I've ever done in the game. Having said that, this was not the hardest fight I've done in the game. I think DSR was probably harder, but my experience with FRU was harder. And so what I mean by that is the difficulty of FRU, honestly, I think is perfect for an ultimate. The mechanics, you have to understand them, you have to do them obviously correctly, and the pacing is really fast. But almost every mechanic in the fight, like when I first looked at it, I was like, wow, that looks really hard. But then once I understood it, I was like, wow, that's actually really easy, Like the first time, when I was watching the Race to World First for it, right? And the first time I saw Ultimate Relativity, I was like, holy hell, Ultimate Relativity looks like an incredibly complicated mechanic, right? But then once you learn how it works, you're like, oh no, it's actually really easy. The same thing for Light Rampant, the same thing for Diamond Dust, the same thing for Darklit. Even Crystallized Time isn't that bad. That being said, it's still definitely ultimate level. It's definitely I think this is a a reasonable expectation for difficulty for ultimates to be. I don't think it's too hard, and I don't think it's too easy. My experience doing this in Party Finder has been horrendously painful. Excuse me, I have a cough. I had a few walls, I would say, but the biggest wall was Apocalypse in Phase 3. It took me weeks of trying to get past it in Party Finder. Apocalypse was awful. Apocalypse set me back so long. And then even once I technically got past Apocalypse, if I'm progging Phase 4 or Phase 5, there was still plenty of groups in Party Finder that would die. And the thing that was really perplexing to me was I just said that most mechanics are actually really easy once you learn them, right? And I stand by that. And that's why it was really perplexing to me that I would have group after group for hours waste time dying to Phase 1 and 2. I would be progging Phase 3 or 4, and we would just die repeatedly in Phase 1 and 2 and waste an enormous amount of time. And it was just weird to me, because the way I saw it, I could repeat them over and over and over and over again and not make any mistakes. So it was just kind of weird. I didn't understand why. Excuse me. And I have a few ideas of why that is. So one, I did say this is the first time I'm doing an ultimate on patch. So it's possible that this is just the experience of doing an ultimate on patch, since this is the first time I've done it. That being said, like I said, I don't think it was asking too much of you, so I'm kind of hesitant to think that's the answer. But there's a few other things too. The Savage tier was definitely easier than past Savage tiers. There's no doubt about that, right? That's not a criticism, because I think the Savage tier was a ton of fun. I absolutely adored the first Savage tier, but it was easier. And that means the barrier to entry to this ultimate was lower. And since it's the first raid tier of the expansion, there's probably a lot of new players. So we have probably a lot of new players who the barrier to entry is lower, so our player pool is larger. And there's probably some players that just are newer or normally don't do this sort of content. They're probably in the player pool, which is probably a factor into why my personal progress in Party Finder was as hard as it was. Another example, like I've been ready for a clear for weeks, but I would, you know, like I played yesterday. I streamed for 6 hours yesterday, doing this the whole time, you know, just going from group to group in Party Finder, and we saw Phase 5 like once or maybe twice in that 6 hour range, and I'm going into enraged groups, like people who are supposedly going to clear this fight. And even I've done mercenary groups where, you know, I'd offer some gil for people that have due to complete. And I've done a ton of those, and most of those actually had the same experience that I had in any other groups. You know, we would maybe have one good pull, but then we'd die to Phase 2 for an hour before we disbanded. The video that you're watching right now is of another mercenary group. I offered some gil for duty complete people to help me out, and we actually did this in our first pull, which felt great, because like I knew what I had to do. I was confident that I could do everything that I needed to do repeatedly without any mistakes, and the fact that the moment I get a group that is the same, we just clear, was very validating. It felt really good, and oh my god. As for like specifics of the fight itself, hold on. Specifics of the fight itself. I really like just about all of it. The music, the soundtrack, the music to this one is fantastic. The bosses are cool. The mechanics are, for the most part, fun to do, except for Apocalypse. I'm gonna dig my heels in and say that Apocalypse. Oh my god, Apocalypse. But I feel like there's enough variation to keep things interesting in most of the phases. I guess my only big criticism is like, I kind of wish that we saw a few more bosses, you know, from Eden. Because you have Thancred, then you have Reen, then you have Gaia, then you have Reen, then you have Gaia, and then you have Reen and Gaia. So it's like the bosses are kind of samey going throughout. I think it would have been cool to see some of the other bosses, but that's just like a minor nitpick. I think the fight itself is really cool. I think the new voice lines were really, really well done. And I think going forward, I'm probably not going to attack another ultimate the way I attacked this one, which was just by myself in Party Finder, because it was a challenge. I was so ready to clear weeks ago, and it's taken me weeks to find a group that could do it. Overall, I'm glad I did it. I think if I did another on-patch ultimate, like I'm not saying I won't, but I probably won't do it in Party Finder. I'd probably wanted a static to do it. That being said, it can be done. I've met plenty of other people who have got it done a lot easier than I did, and other people that are still going, and hopefully I can help them out now. I think it's great. I don't have any. I know a lot of other content creators had a lot of criticism for like the difficulty of it, but again, I think the difficulty of it's fine. I don't think it has to be absolutely brutal. Yeah, I'm so happy I'm free. My plan going forward is I'm gonna play some other games now. Probably Baldur's Gate 3 again. I only have like 450-ish hours playing that. I could use a few more. And I'll probably do some re-clears. I might become a mercenary myself and make some of the gil back that I spent. And I'm really looking forward to the next raid tier of Arcadium that's going to come out in like another month's time. Anyway, I'm just going to let the video of my clear play out. And hopefully you enjoy. Testing. Damage is real good. Damn. Okay. Get that right. Just build Gauge. She's very dead. She's very dead. That's really good. It's really good.
Her awakening is incomplete. Their memories weaken the link. Such impediments to our resonance must be expunged.
Alright, focus. Okay, I am melee 1. Wait for wings. Move. Use my brain. Use a potion.
I told you it would make a great necklace.
I am now north.
I think it's a really suit me. Me? But I thought you should have it.
How's the health? Health is pretty good.
Light and darkness, gather to me.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. More on mean. Did forget to do that. That's okay, we're fine. Damage is awesome.
Pain shall be fleeting, joy everlasting.
Okay, focus now.
So shall the river of time flow.
Green. There is a green below me, so I'm gonna go this way. Okay. I'm done. Don't steal anybody's. I'm melee 2. I'm sorry, melee 1. So I'm over here. Don't kill anybody, and especially the crystal. Okay. Are we good? I think we're good. This healer might die. Yep. They were an inch off.
Darkness, gather to me.
I think we're okay. We have a phase 5 pull, my friends.
You endure.
We focus.
Approach then.
We focus hard. I am melee 1. I'm on the left. 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 I'm on the left.
I won't let you do as you please.
I'm on the left. I'm on the left. I'm on the left. I'm on the left. Where am I?
What
I'm
is
on the
this?
left.
Reen, are you there? Gaia?
I'm on the left. I'm on the left. I'm on the left.
No one will erase our promise. No one.
Painting blades.
I'll never stop. As many times as it takes.
I made that mistake. It's fine. left, I'm on the left.
So close to realizing our perfect utopia.
On the left.
Going to disappear.
Right first.
We're too stubborn for that.
I'm on the left. I'm gonna wait. Focus. Be inside. Out. In. Out. Swap. In. Out. In.
Get through this, Green.
Out.
Yes, together. Company. My head. Be gone from my memories. Every last trace of you. Our friend won't fail us. You'd better not, or I'll never let you hear the end of it. When next I return, I will succeed.
I'm on the left. Where is it? It's over here. Dark first, be slightly out. Be on the left. Where's the tank? Where's the tank? Out. In. Out. Swap. In. Out. In. Out. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Oh well.
We won't give up on the future. Please, let our prayers be heard. If this place cannot be
This might be it.
utopia,
This might be it. This might be it.
existence holds
Come on.
That's a little melodramatic, don't you
Come
think?
on.
You can weather this. I know you can.
This is... Yes! Oh, it's over! It's over! It's over! It's finally over! Oh my god, I'm free! That was the first pull! That was the first fucking pull! It's finally over. And it was so easy. Oh, happy lesbians. We saved the lesbians. Oh, I just want them to be happy.